All right. What is up, everybody? Hopefully this is working. So Shadow Scout 0013 here reporting in. We've got some Legion list or Legion news, I should say, Star Wars Legion news. And I'm just gonna kind of go over it, kind of what has just come out and kind of talk about it and see what is happening. So we've got our new Black Sun Vigo. He's gonna be 50 points. He's for the Black Sun. He's going to be the commander. And then 4 health, 2 courage, red dice, no surging at all. He's got 2 black and 2 white for his range 1 to 2 attack. And then he's got 3 black for his martial arts. And then he's 50 points. Like I said, he can be taken with CIS or Empire. And then he's got a command, slot and then a gear slot. And then he's got 3 main keywords that we're going to be able to use. So for the first keyword, it's aid for the Black Sun. So when you would gain an aim, a dodge, or a surge token, when this little commander guy would take an aim, dodge, or surge, another friendly Black Sun unit at range 1 and in line of sight may gain that aim token instead. And then if you do, you gain a suppression token. So it's very similar to me, like strategize in a way. Kind of similar. And then Dauntless. So after you rally, if you are suppressed but not panicked, you can gain a suppression token to perform a move action. So this, I think Dauntless would take place before aid. So you wouldn't technically, I don't think, be able to use aid and then Dauntless because it's after your rally step. So when you would rally, after you roll the dice, if you are still suppressed but not panicked, if you have 2 suppression basically, but you're not panicked, then you can get a free move because it's basically trying to give you to the 2 actions back. So it's not, if you have 1 suppression, you'd have to have 2 suppression matching the courage value to be suppressed, and then be able to make that move action. And then you could probably use aid, which would give yourself an aim dodge, give it to someone else, and give yourself another token, another suppression, which wouldn't be great because then you have 3, but by the end of the round, you'd be able to take that off and end up with 2. And yeah. And then maybe make another free move in the next go round. But it just, it's up to you guys. And then independent aim 1. So at the start of the activation phase, if you do not have an order token, you gain a free aim. So that's always super fun. I think it's great. He sounds pretty cool. I mean, 50 points for a commander, not that bad. He's not going to be able to technically give out like aims and dodges, but he can. I mean, it's still possible. It's just you're gaining a suppression for it. I mean, yeah. So for the next go round, if you still have it, Dauntless would be great if you still got 2. But with the red, red defense dice, it's not that bad. But yeah, just I don't know. The guy's not bad. Now the Pike Syndicate, I think Capo, isn't better, but I like him. I think I'm going to be probably using the Pikes a lot. Now for close range, I'm definitely thinking about the Black Sun Vigo, or the Black Sun just in general, because I think they're going to be able to get a surge, if I'm not mistaken, if we were to go like way down. Sorry for scrolling so fast on you guys. But yeah, so if we were to go back to the Black Sun, and we just went over here, yeah. So if you gave the Black Sun Vigo onto the the unit, I don't know if you'd be able to have the commander then, but yeah, I mean, I think I'd rather have that kind of on the card rather than in person, and I'd rather have probably a Pike Syndicate myself because it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And you can also do a little bit more with your suppression defense wise. So I like this one. Surging to defense with white dice. Your Pike Syndicate Capo is going to have 4 health, 2 courage, movement 2, a range 1 to 3, 3 black dice. So pretty good on his own. Not that bad, but he's not surging. So there's still a 50-50 chance of getting some sort of, hit on the black dice, I think. And then just 1. You can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then just 1 black dice for melee. Still just 1 command unit slot or 1 command slot, and then like a gear slot. So he's gonna also have aid. So when another Pike unit is at range 1 and in line of sight, if you were to gain an aim and a dodge or a surge, you can just move it to someone who's range 1 in line of sight, but you gain a suppression again, which would be fine for danger sense too, because if you choose not to remove your suppression when you're defending, you can roll an extra defense dice for each suppression you have, rolling up to 2 extra dice. And then independent, so at the start of activation phase, if you do not have an order token, you gain a dodge. Sounds pretty cool. And then if you were to give him, the oh my gosh, what am I? Vigilance. There we go. On himself, then you'd be able to keep that dodge, hopefully, each time. He doesn't have nimble, but if he's, behind cover, that would be fine. And then maybe he gets another dodge. I mean, if you were to also, cap him out with vigilance and then maybe not up close and personal, but the other gear slot, prepared supplies, where you'd be able to get an extra dodge. And if you don't give him an order, that's another dodge kind of deal. And then vigilance, if they were to use it, but not, well, yeah, you can't use vigilance for the card, prepared supplies, but for the independent dodge 1, you'd gain that dodge. And then if you didn't use it, then you had vigilance. Yeah. But I mean, that's just up to you. I don't think vigilance would be the best on him, just because he doesn't have nimble, and he's going to be using that dodge probably a lot. And he's going to be getting a dodge at, the beginning of every turn if you don't give them an order. So no kind of point for that. Now, this new card's pretty awesome. Lead by example, which you could probably give to these guys, because they're going to be getting a ton of suppression from either danger sense, and then hopefully if you were to give them something, I think the gear is duck and cover, not a training. So unless it is a training, I'm not familiar. Let me see. Yeah, let me just go to clear this. Yeah, okay, it's training. So the gear slot, basically, there's really nothing here that you'd be able to really give them to help with suppression for gear. But yeah, so after your rally step, you can remove up to 2 suppression tokens from another friendly unit at range 1 to 2. Which again would be great for, Pike Syndicate if they're getting too much, or the Black Sun if they're getting too much from using Dauntless or something else like that. But I like the art. I mean, I think the art's pretty cool on this too. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Inspire 2. And then maybe if you were to combine this, I don't know if you can, I think you can combine it. If you gain Inspire 2, it would, go on top of Leia's Inspire 2. And she's got 2 command slots as far as I know. So you'd be able to give her Inspire 4, I think. If that's the case, that would be pretty awesome. I mean, Inspire 4. Wow. Yeah. Sweet. All right. And then so the new command cards, Ploy, Aggression, and Discretion. So Ploy is no units, but you must nominate a mercenary unit. So basically at the start of the activation phase, after you've, put down your cards, I think it's before the activation phase and the command phase, you're nominating a person to give out those orders. So you would nominate a mercenary unit, and then you can nominate an operative unit, and then you can choose an order token and place it face down on this card. It's kind of like Ferocious Ambition, I feel like, because you can choose an order token and place it down face down on this card, and you can look at it at any time. And then when you would draw an order token from your order pool, you can use the order token on this card instead. And it's no units, but you're still nominating a mercenary unit. So yeah. If you guys can help me clarify that, that'd be great. I'm a tiny bit confused, but you're nominating basically a mercenary unit, and then I don't think you're giving out that order. Yeah, help me on that, guys. Help me, correct me if I'm wrong. And then so aggression, so 2 units, awesome, and then 3 units for discretion, kind of like your ambush, push, and assault, but doing a little bit more, and mostly just for the Shadow Collective in a way, because you're just doing mercenary units. So you have to nominate a mercenary unit. So you could probably do the Vigo or Capo. And then when issuing orders with this card, you may issue up to 2 fewer orders, so that you don't have to give out orders at all. And then for each order not issued, you can choose a friendly mercenary unit at range 1 to 3, which is the regular command bubble. And then that unit gains an aim. So if you had, let's say, the Black Sun Vigo, or your Pike Syndicate foot soldiers, if you were to give out 2 unit or 2, let's see, let's go to the actual Black Sun enforcers per se. Okay, so at the if you're nominating the Black Sun Vigo, and then you were going to give out 2 orders, but you don't give out those 2 orders, and you had some Black Sun enforcers that were in range, you could not give those orders to the Black Sun enforcers and instead give them an aim. And then at the start of the at the start of the activation phase, if they don't have an order token, they would gain another aim, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they would probably have 2 aims, but they just wouldn't have an order. So that's a great way of getting aims out before even having an order token. And then if they wind up shooting at you and you don't wind up taking, or you wind up taking a lot of suppression, you still have 2 aims. You can kind of recover and then shoot. So this is pretty awesome. I'm really liking these command cards because the mercenary units really benefit from not getting an order. And if you can choose to give no orders and give them a token instead, that's cool. And then it's the same thing with discretion. Instead of aggression and discretion, instead of giving out aims, you're giving out dodges, and you can give out to 3 units. So you have to nominate a mercenary unit. So it can be your, Vigo or Capo or any kind of mercenary unit, period, I think. And then when issuing orders with this card, you may issue up to 3 fewer orders. And for each order not issued, choose a different friendly mercenary unit at range 1 to 3. And each chosen unit gains an aim or dodge. So if you had, the Shadow Collective, and you had one Capo, and you had 3, Pikes, and you were nominating your Pike Capo, you would not give out any orders, and then you would, for the 3 units, because you can't give it to the Capo, it has to be a different friendly unit, you'd give it to the Pikes a free dodge, and then at the start of their activation, because they didn't get an order, they'd get another dodge. So I think this is gonna, if you can compound these green tokens really well, I feel like you're going to be generating a ton of tokens with these guys. So it's kind of like they don't have to take as many actions to get tokens. So you can spend your actions doing better things, like going after objectives, or taking out someone who already has the objective. And then the artwork on these is cool because it's got, the Mandalorians, the Pikes over here, and then the Black Sun in the middle. So I'm pretty excited about this. If you guys are pretty excited, let me know. If you guys have anything else to add, also go ahead and let me know what you think. I am pretty excited about lead by example because even though it's another command slot, and it looks to me like it's going to be, adding on to the other Inspire if another friendly unit already has it. So say you gave it to the generic commander, for Gar, I think. So let's go to Gar over here just to see. And you were to give the generic commander, let's see, they don't have, the generic commander doesn't have Inspire. It's got Bolster. So you could gain Inspire 2, Bolster 2. You still have Direct and Sharpshooter. So you're kind of bulking up this 60 point, or the 60 point commander to a 68 and giving out tons of stuff. And I feel like that's, not bad at all. So I think, lead by example is a great card. And then the Capo seems really cool. The Vigo seems pretty cool, and I'm excited to get these. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And by the way, I know I didn't announce it in the beginning, so you're gonna have to forgive me, but I do have an Instagram now. Just look for Shadow Scout 0013, and leave a comment below with anything you would add, change, or basically correct me on this. But all right, what are you guys excited about? Comment below and like, and I will see you guys in the next video coming soon. All right, au revoir. You can go ahead and stop, turn this off if you need.